I don't know how much y'all know about insect albinoism, but I have first-hand experience. I'm going to tell y'all about my first job. My first job I got paid for doing. And in order to do that, I need to tell you something about my education, okay? Because I went to school at this Lutheran school. I don't know how legit this school actually was, if I'm honest with you. I know they were Lutheran. They were all about the 99 Theses, but that's like really not part of the story. The main point is this was an outdoor-ish school. I mean, classrooms were indoors. It wasn't a camp. But there was no indoor hallways, okay? So it was like a outdoor hallway situation, which meant all the lockers were outdoors. Now, going to this school, this was my first experience with a locker. It's a place for your stuff to live. It's like having your first apartment, right? You decorate that joint on the inside with the stickers and the mirror. You can write yourself little encouraging notes. I didn't do that. I wasn't trying to get beat up at my Lutheran school. The lockers had little slits in them. You could pass people notes. Nobody ever really passed me a note. Look, the main thing is these lockers was outdoors. What does that mean? What do y'all know about locker wildlife? Because I'm about to tell you it's real. How do I know? Okay, my first job was, I worked for this school. Here's your job, Christian. You're going to come to your school. You're going to go through and you're going to clean out these lockers. The lockers for the entire school. It wasn't a big school. I know I already told y'all. It was a small Lutheran school. A couple hundred students, maybe, you know. This is the kind of school, you know, they're not big enough to have a football team. We had a soccer team that, if I remember correctly, lost a lot. Anyway, I got some great soccer memories. I didn't play, but I watched us lose. I'm like, okay, yeah, yo, I'll clean these lockers. I know these lockers like the back of my hand. I know this is my locker. Down there, this is my friend's locker. This is my enemy's locker. I know all the lockers. How many of those people do you think clean out their lockers at the end of the year? If you guess anything higher than 0%, you're wrong, okay? Because people did not clean out their lockers. They might have taken the stuff that was important to them, but they left behind their garbage. Which, right, that gave me a job. So, thank you, garbage hoarders, every one of you. I had this special key that could unlock all the locks. Did y'all know that the principal has a key that can unlock all of your locks in your locker? Because they do. Anyway, I don't remember my combination anymore, but it didn't matter. I had the master key, okay? I was walking around with power. Now, nobody else was at this school at this time. It's summer. Everybody else is playing video games, right? Or doing what they want to do. But I'm like, I guess I need a job. Who thought that was a good idea? Okay, I got a system down. I go through, and I'm going to unlock them all. Sometimes people brought their own locks from home. That's illegal in my school situation. My master key didn't work, but I did have one of those giant lock cutters. Then I felt like I super had the power. Oh, you think you're going to lock up your stuff? Ba-bam! I used all of my middle school strength to break that lock. Here's a key step, okay? Before you wash out the lockers, you got to grab the garbage out. Before you grab the garbage out, you want to hit that with a healthy dose of insect repellent. Okay? Because this school was in Florida. And that means in the few weeks it had been since students had left and left behind all their garbage for me to clean out, residents had moved in, okay, of the cockroach variety. Now, if you haven't been to Florida, you don't understand the kind of cockroaches that we have. I know people talk about big city cockroaches, right? And real talk, those are real. In Florida, they are prehistoric, okay? They grow to this like Jurassic Park in the locker. You look at that thing and you wonder, have I found some sort of missing species? Oh no, it's just a mutated giant roach. That's all we have here. I don't know what school is like now. I only watch school on TV. It seems pretty similar to when I was there, except, like I said, my school, very Lutheran. Nothing wrong with Lutherans. I got nothing against y'all, okay? Missouri Synod, Wisconsin Synod. Why do I know these things? I went to Lutheran school, y'all. Unlock them all, open all the doors, spray those joints down. It's like a Judge Dredd situation, okay? Because there's no trial. Sometimes you see them scurry. That's gross. A lot of times you don't see them. They're hiding up under the garbage. When I say there were literally piles of garbage, food, paper waste in these lockers, whatever you're imagining, it was worse, okay? It was worse. The locker next to mine had been empty the whole year. So I get to this next door neighbor empty locker. Not being vigilant. I'm like, this joint is empty. It's been empty. It's been vacant the whole year, right? Who gonna be in there? I open the door, real casual like, and then I just open the door, froze. like a horror movie. Bang! Sitting in that locker with his back to me was a completely white cockroach, devoid of all pigment. I was not prepared for this freak of nature. I already done told y'all I'm ready for the Florida cockroaches, the cockroach scene, but I wasn't ready. What had happened? Did he slurp on some mutagen? Is it the secret of the ooze in my next door neighbor locker? I don't know what happened. When I opened the door, he turned around. Real slow. Turn around. He didn't make any noise, but turn around. There wasn't much else in the locker. I think he was just living there. He had just made a home. It was sort of a minimalist experience for him because there wasn't a lot of stuff in there. But he turned around like, "Can I help you?" I can't describe to you the fear I was feeling because I thought this could be, what is this? This could be the start of World War Z. Hey, I'm armed. I got something for this. It's my spray, but it's down at my feet. And I don't want to take my eyes off of this thing because he's locked eyes with me. I don't know if they have eyes, but he's locked these with me, okay? Right up in my, it's just me and him. Imagine like a Clint Eastwood old school Western movie. That's what's going down. Me and this albino cockroach in a straight up face off mano y rocho. I got my weapon down here at my feet. I go down real slow. I'm like a quick draw artist. And then I'm like, popped up. Bam! Got it ready. He didn't even move. He just like, I'm like, man, I wasn't scared of nothing. What? I got my pistol, and I'm about to smoke this fool. So, I guess not as smart as he looks. Okay, I go to shoot it. All right, as I'm squeezing the trigger, I'm squeezing it. As I squeeze, as the fluid is slow motion, as the fluid is leaving that deadly poison that's about to kill this dude, shoots out of the thing. Slow motion, spray. This roach takes flight. At me. Okay? I shoot the spray. He jumps right at me. He was like, "Oh, you gonna come like that? You gonna come into my house with the poison spray? You gonna think you'd be some kind of quick draw artist? Well, bam! It's a wrestling match now, okay?" He jumps on me, flies out, right at me. Lands on my chest. What do you do when a roach comes at you? Okay, we'll do that to the power of 10, because this is albino cockroach. Who knows what sort of scientific maladies it carries with it. Lands on my chest. What do? I do a move that I had no time to develop. It happened in the moment. The move was something like this. My arms went up. Okay, that's the move. My move flung my shirt up and then back down, and somehow this mofo got up under my shirt. Skin to skin. The albino cockroach was on my chest. I'm not making any of this up. What do you do? Let me just ask you, what would you do in that situation? Do you smash a roach on your bare skin? If you do, I don't know if I want to meet you, okay? Obviously, I am not going to smash a regular roach on my chest. This white demon, I just lost all sense of reason. I just flailed about frantically. I was just like trying to get him. I was like trying to do some kind of kung fu on him to get him up, down, out my shirt. He falls down, runs, takes off. You know how roaches do. He don't even need to fly. He's obviously bested me. I take my pistol. I turned it into a semi-automatic. I'm like, it's like the Expendables 3. And he just dodges it all easily. He goes back behind the locker. He looks back around. He's like, takes off behind the locker. I never saw him again. I took a moment to center myself as best a middle schooler can. I looked at my pistol, cast it aside, obviously useless. That thing haunts my dreams still. Look, I finished the job and I got paid, but I gotta tell you the truth. That locker, I basically left alone. He earned the right to squat in that locker. I had to go back to that school for another year. I looked over my shoulder every day. People like, Christian, who you scared of? I couldn't tell him. I couldn't tell him that a pale spawn of insect Satan was waiting for me around the next locker bank. If you think I'm making any of this up, I will fight you with my words, because I don't actually believe in violence anymore. Why? Because it doesn't work. Oh, I also electrocuted myself. That's probably a different story. I did the thing that they tell you not to do. I stuck a screwdriver legit into a plug. I was trying to take off the thing so I forget how that was related, but that was the same week. Did this story even happen?